Welcome into Crossing the Aisle with Shaun and Lindsay. Hey, Shaun.
Hey, Lindsay. Hey, y'all. Lindsay has actually shown me something I didn't know before. Uh, Probably a lot of y'all don't know this, but I'm basically the most unobservant human being in
Yes,
the
you
planet.
are.
Yeah, I just don't know. I get too focused on stuff, and I don't know anything that's around me or what's going on, or I just get in my own little zone or whatever. And so Lindsay was like, "Yeah, like the liquor store next to the radio station." I was like, "There's a liquor store next to the radio station,"
I was like, how do you not know that?
and she's like, yeah, I go in there all the time. I'm like, you do? And she's like, yeah. Like, you never see, I wave at you. I'm like, I've never seen a liquor store in this shopping strip here. And she's like, yeah, I'm there. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense, Barney. And she's like, what do you mean, Barney? I'm like, "Oh."
I thought he meant Barney Fife.
Like The Simpsons, Barney. And she's like, I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons. And I thought that was an interesting
Yeah,
development.
my mom said it was not a nice show. I
I
wasn't
just,
allowed to watch
is
it.
that a Yazzie City thing where you can't watch The Simpsons or?
No, I don't know. I wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead either.
What?
Did
Really?
you watch that?
Oh my god, my dad used to wait. It was on late at night back in like the early '90s, and my dad would like stay up and watch that with me. That was my early teens, and
I got in
he
so much
loved it.
trouble. One time my mom walked in my bedroom and saw it was on, and I got in so much trouble.
Yeah, he would. He used to look forward to it so much that it's like there's like two things that he'd watch. He had every Sanford and Son episode on VHS, and he still has them on VHS, and Beavis and Butthead.
I watched
That's yeah.
I watched like Mary Tyler Moore and Dick Van Dyke,
So I've
and
never seen either one of those. I grew up
I watched
watching.
Nick at Night.
Like I can almost hum the Sanford and Son theme song. I've watched it so many times growing up. Have you ever watched that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always think of Kim Wade when I hear that music for some
Why is
reason. I
that?
don't know. Like when he does some of the commercials on here, when I think of Sanford and Son, I always think of Kim Wade. It's the weirdest thing. I think it's some of the when he does some of the ad reads and the music of the show. Like it just reminds me of Sanford and Son.
I couldn't watch SpongeBob either.
I've never even seen that before.
Those were the ones my mom didn't like, the cartoons that I wasn't allowed to watch.
Was that our era? I thought that was like later.
No, I think it was out. Well, I mean, you are older than
I'm
me,
5 years
so you
older than
know.
you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
5 years is a big deal at that age.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess you were watching. Was that on in the late '90s when you would have been around that age, or mid to late '90s? I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Did you watch Saved by the Bell on Saturday mornings?
Of
Oh, there's
course.
a fly in here, and I hate flies so much.
Yeah, of course. I watched all that stuff. Saturday morning cartoons in the '80s. I'll never forget doing that. Wrestling in the '80s was my favorite thing in the world.
It would
Wrestling,
be.
yeah, I loved it, and even in college, I liked it because it had like a resurgence in the late '90s, early 2000s. So, but
Yeah, you made me watch that boxing thing, and I was like, what does it say about America when our
that boxing. Which boxing thing did I make you
that
watch?
one on Netflix that kept freezing, and I was
Oh
like, are we
yeah,
really watching this?
with
And
Mike Tyson.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like,
Logan
this is
Paul.
horrible. It kept freezing. I was like, what does it say about America when your form of entertainment is watching people like beat each other up to the point where they're like throwing up blood, and it's just terrible.
Well,
I was
Lindsay,
disgusted.
like a lot of my contemporaries, mid 40s guys, I bet spent a lot of their youth idolizing Mike Tyson and playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out on Nintendo. Like that's what we did.
We used to watch.
Yeah.
We used to watch. What is it? The Rock. What was he?
That was on. He was a later wrestling, like in the late '90s. He became on the scene.
But that was all fake.
Well, I mean, wrestling is not real. Yes,
but the boxing stuff is.
Yes, the boxing stuff is real. That is real. That is real stuff.
I'm not a fan.
I know you are, and you get so mad when we're watching boxing and like yelling about like the morality of America, which kind of we'll have a topic about that later on in the show today about how the Baptists are trying to ban sex and porn and everything fun. So that's basically what they're trying to do.
I grew up Southern Baptist.
Yeah, I mean, so that was but oh God. Well, anyway, so Lindsay hates boxing and thinks that we're all heathens and stupid for watching it.
I do. I
but
think
she'll
it's
watch
ridiculous.
football. Apparently, that's okay. You can just
they wear helmets. They protect themselves.
Well, I mean, that makes it a lot
somewhat
better. That makes it much better. But on a more serious note, we've got a topic that is near and dear to Lindsay's heart, and I'm sure she cannot wait to applaud or do whatever. So what? RFK did what now? Because I don't understand any of this. You know it. So
RFK fired all the CDC members that were pushing vaccines, and can we all get a round of applause for that?
So, okay, explain what is that? What is the CDC vaccine panel? What is that?
What do you mean? What is
Like
that?
what?
That's their well, I guess it's a panel of doctors who make recommendations that you should vaccinate according to the schedule. Well, the schedule wants you to have 72 vaccines by the time you turn 18. And a couple years ago, well, I guess I say a couple years ago, they didn't do this when I was born, so it's been since I was born. But they started to give you, or requiring, or according to the CDC schedule, you need to get Hep B at birth. Well, you cannot get hepatitis B unless you are having unprotected sex, sharing dirty drug needles, or if your mother has it and passes it to you in utero. So please tell me what newborn baby is having unprotected sex or using dirty drug needles, because I don't know of any.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't doing any of those things except for the dirty drug needles. But besides
When you were an infant,
besides that, I was yeah, all other things now.
so why on earth would they recommend that for an itty bitty tiny baby? I mean, they do it immediately as soon as the baby comes into the world.
Yeah, seems like a lot and excessive. So you're talking about like didn't do that when you were born? Was the polio vaccine invented yet when you were born, or?
Shaun, you're not funny. Okay. You are not funny at all.
Just checking. So you had that one right, at least.
So
what is it? So what do you think this is going to do? I mean, by getting rid of the entire panel, like what's his plan? He's going to restructure it, or do you know?
I think he's going to bring in people who are much more aware of what can go wrong and what does go wrong many times with vaccines. And he keeps saying these environmental factors, and I think he says that because he doesn't want to use the word vaccine so much because it makes people angry. Okay. But one thing I can honestly say that COVID did was really wake people up when it came to the vaccine schedule for newborns and for children. Mm-hmm. As, back then, when I first started to speak out, it was prior to COVID, and I mean, people thought I was crazy. Okay. They would call me crazy. It was like
people called you crazy?
Yeah, Shaun, they did. No, and I was not crazy at all. I actually knew exactly what I was talking about, and you're not funny. Okay. No. Hey, like y'all, we were talking on the phone on the way here, and he said, I just love to make you mad. I'm like, why? You're supposed to love me. Why do you love to make me mad so much? And he's like, it's so easy and it's so fun. I'm like, it's so go figure.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, Lindsey gets mad because I go, to when I went and did red light therapy, and she's like, why are you doing red light therapy?
Well, okay. No, Shaun, no, explain it correctly. He tells me all the time that I'm old. He tells me all the time that he is going to trade me in for a younger model because women age and men don't. Men years are different than women years. Then he starts going to get all this red light therapy and this cryo stuff he goes to the tanning bed. He wants to be tan. He wants to fix all his fine lines and wrinkles. And then he sits there and talks about me getting old and how he's going to trade me in for a younger model.
Yeah. So this started when we were going to Florida, and I was reading the Bill Belichick book on the plane. And Lindsey looks at me and says, why are you reading the Bill Belichick book? Are you trying to learn how to pick up younger women?
Well, the name of the book is The Art of Winning. And I was like, what are you going to try to win here? A 10-year-old?
Well, I was like, Lindsey, I don't need to read a book to learn how to pick up younger women. It's a tried and true method. And she's like, what's that? I said, be really rich. Like, if you do that, it never fails.
Really good at football.
Be really good at football, or be really. I can't be that. So you got to be really, really rich, and that really works. So I do this to constantly frustrate her quite a bit. And
he loves it. He gets off on this, and it's so not funny at all.
Yeah, see how
aggravates the mess out of me.
It just it drives her absolutely insane. Like I was like at CrossFit yesterday afternoon, and speaking of that, CrossFit Fondren, one of our sponsors, great place to go. Hope you all will join us and heckle Kim Wade when he's there too. But I was there thinking, I was like, I wonder if Lindsey's mad I'm at CrossFit right now. Like I should text her that I'm at CrossFit. Like, why are you working out? Don't do that.
That's ridiculous. I've never said that to you. No, you're making me sound like a psychopath, and I'm not. You've made me this way.
Yeah, it's just I'm sure people know when you're in relationships and you can just needle the other person. I'm one of those people that just loves needling someone, and so every time I know something's going to make Lindsey really mad, I push it even harder. And
it's constant. It is constant.
And it's really easy because she's a very temperamental human being. So I try. The only thing I don't mess with is the vaccine, because that'll probably be my death sentence. So I don't do that. I'll leave that alone.
I'm just passionate, Shaun. I like to use the word passionate.
I go with really angry, but you can use passionate if you'd like. That's a better way of putting it. So,
yeah,
but,
he doesn't mess with me on the vaccine issue.
Yes, because that is just something that I will fully admit I know zero about. I just know that when I joined the Marines, they lined me up and they had those little guns, and you just got them, and you didn't really have a choice there. Nor did I think of a choice because it was like the first day, and I was.
I think I think you think a lot more about it now than you ever did before. Before you just like blindly followed whatever you were told to do by doctors because you trust your doctor's going to tell you the right thing.
Yeah.
And now I think you actually think about it a lot more than you did. I found his COVID card the other day. I was like, throwing this away.
I mean, I've certainly never thought about it, but there's a lot of things I've never thought about until I met you, Lindsey. And I'll name them. Okay. Vaccines is something I honestly never thought about. Mm-hmm. I never thought about chemtrails because I didn't know what that was. Mm-hmm. I never thought that people didn't believe in the moon landing, but you taught me that there are those people, including yourself.
Lots of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you've taught me that I did not know or never thought about before. That is absolutely true.
I have made you a more well-rounded person.
I did not know anything about that the moon landing was faked. Or
which it absolutely was,
or that Bigfoot exists or whatever it is.
I'd have never said that.
Or whatever it is. Like I didn't know any. I really didn't know what.
You knew 9/11 was an inside job, though, right?
That's not true, but okay. But I didn't know what a chemtrail was for real. That's no joke. On our first date, she was like, "It's the chemtrails," and I was like, "What is that? Something in the food we're about to eat?" Or like I didn't know what she meant.
It's like, no, in the sky, the stuff they spray that makes us sick. And he was like,
"That's the craziest thing
before we even got it there."
I was about to. I was like, "That's the craziest thing I've ever heard." What? Like who's spraying what? Like and why? Like I just didn't get it.
It's true.
But then I think Kim Wade's talked about this before too, right? So I mean, if he believes it, then I know it's a little nutty too. I'm kidding. That's it.
Y'all call in and tell Shaun
the chemtrails exist.
Yes,
right?
they exist. 601-879-0002. Except if you're Saul Goodman, do not call here.
Yeah, we don't need that kind of. Well, actually, I mean, it makes for good radio when she calls.
I know. Next time, I'm just going to let her talk, but I better keep my finger on the button because I think she likes to use some vulgar words.
When she gets out of her GIMP cage, right, and they let her out. You ever seen Pulp Fiction when the GIMPs are downstairs in the basement?
What is a GIMP?
It's the guy that wears all leather and they gets beat like for sexual purposes and stuff.
Oh, those are the people that they write in the preschool books about.
Yeah, I mean, well, that seems inappropriate for a preschool book, but if you watch Pulp Fiction, they have like a GIMP sex room, and I just feel like Saul Goodman is always in the GIMP outfit in that room, and then she comes out and she's able to use phone.
Oh, wait, Spice calling. Let's see.
That's it.
Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, yeah. So Tennessee last year passed a law banning chemtrails in their airspace.
Real things.
Florida and I believe Pennsylvania have proposed bills. Prince, decades ago, was on the Arsenio Hall show talking about chemtrails. Shaun, with all due respect, so you're smart, you're book smarts. Man, dude, you're pretty ignorant.
He should listen to me more, shouldn't he?
Yeah, there's things I don't know.
Nice
Thanks so much. I appreciate you.
I'm asking ChatGPT about chemtrails now.
Ask them.
Chemtrails is a term from a conspiracy theory that claims that white trails left behind airplanes, which are actually contrails, short for condensation trails, are actually chemical or biological agents deliberately sprayed. And who did he say? Was it Prince who said that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I mean, if you can't take the word of Prince, who can you trust, right? I mean, I've got to.
Well, I mean, I have a theory for you. You know how this whole trans movement has just exploded. Mm-hmm. Well, I think partially the reason that has happened is because there are aborted fetal cells contained in vaccines that we give newborn babies. Now, some of those aborted fetal cells came from a male fetus and some of those came from a female fetus. So it makes perfect sense to me that if you inject fetal cells from a female baby into a male, maybe that's why they all of a sudden think they're a girl.
Or I've got an alternate one. They could be putting that in the chemtrails.
They could be. I don't know what all they put in that stuff, but I think it's obviously stuff that makes us sick.
They could be putting the aborted fetal cells in the chemtrails, and that's why.
You think this is funny, but it's not. This is for real.
That's a possibility. I'm saying what? I mean, if anything's possible, then it's possible.
All right, we got to take a commercial break. Y'all stay with us. I'll teach Shaun some more stuff when we come back.
Thank you.
We'll be right back here at WYAB 103.9. Come back.
Thank you.
We'll be right back here at WYAB 103.9.
WYAB.
Nick Bain served Mississippi for over a decade in the State House. During that time, he fought for our children by protecting them against explicit materials pushed by the woke agenda. He protected taxpayers by streamlining government and helped create policies that have made Mississippi better. Nick and his team at Bain Bowen will use the same tenacity in helping you with all your legal matters. Call them today at 601-953-2994. Find Nick online at bainbowen.com. That's BAIN Bowen.com.
Did you know that the average 6-room house collects 40 pounds of dust each year? Local business Pure Air Consultants duct cleaning service can rid your home of the dust, dirt, and debris that may be caught in your air ducts. They can eliminate the mold, fungi, and microbes that might be growing inside your ductwork and polluting the air you breathe in your home. Mention WYAB and receive a free UV light with system replacement. Visit online at mypureairconsultants.com. mypureairconsultants.com.
Are you looking to get stronger, fitter, and push your limits? CrossFit Fondren is where Jackson trains. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, our expert coaches and supportive community will help you crush your goals. Join us for high-intensity workouts that build strength, endurance, and confidence. No gimmicks, just real results. Try your first class today for free. Visit us at CrossFitFondren.com or stop by the gym, 3002 North Mill Street in Jackson, in the heart of Fondren.
Money should never stand between you and your dreams.
So if there's a will, there's a way. I'm Corey Ravenstein.
And I'm John Ravenstein. You're going to love this. Right now at Juniker Jewelry Company, enjoy 3 years interest-free financing. You heard me right. That's 3 years, 36 months interest-free financing for qualified buyers.
Buy those gorgeous $10,000 diamond stud earrings she's always wanted from Juniker's and pay just $277 per month.
Buy a $5,000 natural diamond engagement ring for just $138 per month.
Buy that $3,000 diamond tennis bracelet for just $84 a month.
Whatever you want at Juniker Jewelry Company, just divide the number by 36, and that's your monthly payment.
Now you can give her the diamond she's always dreamed of.
Because right now, through the end of June, get 3 years, 36 months, interest-free.
Juniker Jewelry Company, Mississippi's direct diamond importer. 1485 Highland Colony Parkway, just south of 463 in Madison, and junikerjewelry.com.
Well, I'm sitting here today with one of my favorite clients, Reggie Brumfield. The first time I believe we worked together was around 25 years ago, wasn't it, Reggie?
I remember that time my wife, Kathy, and I were looking for a home. He sold that house to us, and when we got ready to buy another home, he helped us sell that home and buy another home. So 25 years later, when we decided to purchase another home, your name was the only one in our minds.
601-720-4037, RitaJensen.net.
It can be hard to move past the guilt, times of weakness, and regret, knowing you weren't there for your family when they needed you the most. But there is life after addiction. We're seeing broken families restored, one man at a time, through our vehicle, cash, and thrift store donations. It's given Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge the ability to help these men succeed in having better lives. Donate a vehicle, running or not, and we'll come pick it up. Call today, 601-572-7296, or visit us at vehicledonationsms.com.
This is Casey Holcomb with Mississippi Hometown Realty. Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to buy or sell. When you're ready, I want you to think of me first. I will help guide you through the entire process without the stress. Check out my website at mshomesforyou.com. That's mshomesforyou.com. This is Casey Holcomb. Still, I'm doing what I love and loving what I do.
MS license number 51833. Telephone number 601-398-1620.
Come together right now.
We are back here on Crossing the Aisle with Shaun and Lindsey, where he loves to frustrate me.
Shout out to my mom who just texted in, was listening today, said, "Does Lindsey really believe in that?" I'm like, yeah, it's So.
I mean, I'm not as, like I was just telling Shaun, like I'm not completely sold on the chemtrails. I do think things look a lot differently in the sky than they used to. It would not surprise me one bit. I put nothing past the government these days.
Well, in that same vein, and maybe the chemtrails has caused this, but we mean to do this. We're going to do a video tonight congratulating our friend Clay Edwards for his 1000th episode.
Thanking him for all the hate that we get from people that hate him.
Yeah, that too. So congratulations, Clay, on his 1000th episode. Maybe the chemtrails are the cause of that. I don't know. it's a possibility, but that's a great accomplishment. So
yes,
we will
absolutely.
we have a planned video for you, Clay, that we're really working on. So that's why it's taking some time. It's not. It's
We got to do it before I have a drink.
Yeah, because like last night, if anybody saw
Oh gosh,
Lindsay
don't
was
tell people.
singing on so I revamped. I have this podcast room that we built in my house, and I added some new things to it, like a new computer with 4 monitors. It's pretty cool. And Lindsay, we were testing it out, and Lindsay decided to break out into song, reliving her.
Sometimes I just like to sing, Shaun.
Reliving her Mississippi days for the event that she was good at. So, and the other ones not so much, but yeah, that's
rude.
So, but anyway, so there was you could check that out because she was I posted, and then today she's like, no, why did you post that? Like, well, you said to, so I did. And but anyway, in a more fun note, so off from the RFK vaccines and chemtrails, something that'll stir up some debate here, I'm sure, is the Southern Baptist Convention, which is the largest U.S. Protestant denomination, met June 8th through the 11th in Dallas. So like last weekend, or excuse me, they're meeting right now because it's 10th. Yeah, getting my dates right. Delegates considered a slate of pro-family and socially conservative resolutions, Lindsay. Some stuff that, here they are. A legal ban on pornography, like for the whole country.
I mean, if you,
a legal ban.
I got it started here in Mississippi. You're welcome, Southern Baptist Convention.
You got Pornhub to pull out of Mississippi. You did that.
Woo-hoo.
Frustrating the men of Mississippi for sure. The reversal of the Supreme Court's 2015 same-sex marriage ruling. So that's one of the things they're advocating for. Now, this is really going to piss some folks off. Limits on sports betting. So
we can't do that here in Mississippi anyway, right?
I mean, aren't they passing that? I think we were about to.
I mean,
I can't remember.
Well, they keep trying.
I don't bet because I just don't like losing money. But
they keep trying to pass that, but I don't think they've gotten it done yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Wasn't Michael Guest caught up in some of that or something or promoting that? I can't remember what the whole thing was.
I think he had invested in. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
don't get me to line.
I don't remember either. I just remember hearing his name in sports betting, but I don't know what the context was. But so no sports betting, getting ready gay marriage, no pornography, and they're also doing this promotion of childbirth through condemning willful childlessness.
What does that even mean?
Well, I guess if you're willfully like you just don't want to have kids, I assume so they want to condemn people that don't want to have children. I don't know. I don't know.
That's not their decision.
Yeah, I know it's pretty stupid. I think all this stuff's stupid, but I'm just telling you this is what they are promoting. So like, I guess like, how are they gonna? What do they do? They go around and like see people without kids and be like, we condemn you. Like, how does that work?
What if somebody can't have kids because of the vaccines that they were forced to take by the government?
Well, I don't think it's willful childlessness. So not people that can't conceive. I think it's people that like don't want to.
What if someone knows that they'd be a bad mom and they can't afford a child? Isn't that responsible to not have one if that's the case?
I would think that it would be, but according to the Southern Baptist Convention, they would be condemned. So
there's no fault divorce wasn't in there. I figured that would be.
I'm surprised the no fault divorce. Yeah, I'm sure it's part of the thing. I mean, it's all tracks with that kind of like, let's make divorce harder to get because everybody's just so happy being married and all.
Unless you're gay, because then get a divorce.
Unless you're gay, like if you're gay and you're happy, you can't be married. We want to do that. Yeah. So they this is what they've pushed forward, and I wonder, do they hope to get new members based on this, or oh no, it seems kind of rough. Like, okay, this is what also is funny to me about it. So it's always like these groups that push things like, no pornography, and then everybody's using pornography. Remember that stuff that we were talking about? Speaker Mike Johnson and his son have that like
that's so weird
covenant eyes on their. That's the craziest thing I ever heard.
That is so weird to me. That's in one of those cults. The people that have all the kids.
So let me tell you about this. So y'all, what this is the speaker and his son have like this app on their phone where they can check each other's porn usage. So like if like the speaker's son sees him using or looking at porn, you can like ding them like, Dad, you're not supposed to be looking at,
it's like they hold each other accountable.
MILFs.com or whatever. Like you're not supposed to be doing that. And so, yeah, they hold each other accountable to their porn, usage or viewership or whatever you want to call it. Now, I've actually gone to, years ago, went to a small men's group where this was a thing, like, where they were all like monitoring each other's porn usage. And I was like, this is the weirdest.
I mean, if somebody really, really, really has a problem and it's like they can't work or get things done because they're completely addicted to porn and they can't stay away from their phones because of it. I mean, I can understand, like, just like you can be addicted to anything and you need a sponsor or you need AA or you need something. I can understand that too if it's an extreme. I don't understand having your son checking your porn usage and hold on. That's just
You're like,
weird to me.
Dad, you watched Saving Ryan's Privates for 2 hours yesterday. I mean, that was just terrible. Don't do that.
Is it the Duggar family?
Or Forrest Hump or whatever.
I think the Duggar family, like, I think they invented that.
Yeah.
Forrest,
I'm just saying, like, you said, look at these
how do
porn
you
movies.
even know the names of these movies?
I mean, maybe I've watched a lot of porn before in the past, but I don't have a problem when nobody has an app on my phone. I just, I think, yes, you're right. Anybody can be addicted to anything. People are addicted to cigarettes. People are addicted to alcohol. Food, whatever. And that's bad. So anybody, like, what do they say? What's it always like? Excess is, doing too much of anything is bad.
Gluttony.
So, yeah. So, I mean, that's bad. Yeah. If you're just sitting at work, like looking at, milfs.com all day and just sitting there. Yeah, that's a problem. I would think you're not getting your work done or you're not paying your bills, but you're just glued to your phone on this. That's an issue. But I don't know that most people have like a severe addiction. I'm sure there are a lot of people that do. But I think this is kind of calling for just a ban on it outright. And there's not to say that there's not some problems with pornography in our society. I mean, I do agree with that to a certain extent here and there, but I'm also a free will kind of person. So I've just like, you do you.
As long as you upload your ID.
As long as you upload your ID in Mississippi. No, I mean, I just think, like, just leave people alone. See, this is what, we used to always talk about the fringes of the left and how, like, the left held all those crazy people. They're talking about, like, pregnant men and men running against women in sports and all this stupid crap, right? This is the stuff that people don't like conservatives. This is y'all's fringe. Like, no porn, no sports betting. I mean, or like, we're going to condemn people that don't want to have children. This is really like, yeah, dude, I don't want to live in the Handmaid's Tale. Like, y'all going to have that.
I mean, I'm all for personal liberty. Like, you have to answer for your decisions, and I don't get to make those decisions for you.
Yeah, I mean, like, you want to live by your own morality or whatever that is. Knock yourself the heck out, in my opinion. But don't tell me what to do.
The program's called Covenant Eyes.
Yeah, Covenant Eyes. Right.
And it's accountability software that is meant to protect users from objectionable content and help monitor the screen activity of those with porn addictions.
They also, interesting enough, are now reintroducing a push to ban churches with women pastors. So not only is it to,
Didn't it say that in the Bible somewhere?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy about that. So,
I'm pretty sure it does.
I
mean, the Baptists have always had that stance, though, that women shouldn't be pastors.
I guess it's a new push, though, is what they're saying here, part of the thing. So the resolution is proposals are enact laws to ban the creation, hosting, distribution of pornography, sports betting, is urge laws to curtail gambling, provide support for addiction. I think that's a good thing, support for addiction. Try to get the 2015 same-sex marriage ruling overturned, and willful child advocate pro-natalist policies to combat declining fertility. Okay, I don't know what's a pro-natalist policy.
I have no idea.
People have sex more. I thought they're trying to stop that. It's like, what are they doing?
You're talking in a different language, I feel like.
That's what it says with willful childless. Advocate pro-natalist policy. How do you advocate pro-natalist policies?
What does that mean?
It's like advocating for people to have more kids. Like, what do you do? Like, hey, you guys gotta have more kids. Like, how do you entice people to have more children? I don't understand how that works. We're like, oh, I'm getting more of a tax break. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, well, yeah, Michael Cassidy was going to do that. Remember?
I don't know that, like, government solutions for people to have more kids is going to work. I think that's just a bad idea.
Yeah, 1 Timothy 2:12 says that women should not be allowed to teach or exercise authority over men.
Okay. Well, we are up at our break, and I'm going to look up what a pro-natalist policy is while we have this break, because I have no idea.
Yeah, stay with us. We'll be right back here. WYAB 103.9. We'll be right back here. WYAB 103.9.
103.9 WYAB. Peace, love, and pizza. Happy Holidays from Johnny's Pizza House. Try our new cauliflower crust today. 10 inches of crunchy good vibes for a limited time only. Groove on in and share a slice today. Peace, love, and pizza from Johnny's Pizza House.
Win free pizza for a year this summer at Johnny's Pizza House. Your pizza's already a work of art. Now, let it win you free pizza for a year. Just snap a pic with your favorite pizza and enter to win at johnnysph.com/share my slice. Peace, love, and pizza at Johnny's Pizza House.
Pure Air Consultants has always been your go-to for reliable and affordable heating and cooling systems, and now we are offering day and night brand to avoid the 25 to 30% increases that everyone is talking about. With day and night, Pure Air Consultants professionals can install a reliable system with a 10-year system warranty, and right now receive $20 off on service diagnostic fees. Call us today, 601-939-7420, mypureairconsultants.com.
I'm Shaun Yurtron, and I've spent nearly 20 years in the courtroom, first as a prosecutor in Hinds County, now fighting for my clients as a defense attorney. I know how the system works, and I know how to protect your rights. If you're facing criminal charges, don't wait. Call me at 601-862-1320 or visit me at onetextlaw.com. That's onetextlaw.com. Serious cases need serious defense. And remember, just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. Let's get to work.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit americansforprosperity.org. Be a part of positive change at americansforprosperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
CBS News Brief. 700 Marines have arrived in the Los Angeles area after nights of protests over immigration raids. The Pentagon said today the cost of sending the military is $134 million. President Trump, a short while ago.
You would have had a horrible situation had I not sent them, and horrible. You'd be reporting on a lot of death and a lot of destruction that's not going to take place.
A shooting at a school in Austria today left 10 people dead, including the gunman, who authorities say was a former student. CBS's Holly Williams.
We have no confirmed information at this point about the motives of the suspect. Austria's Chancellor Christian Stocker called the shooting a, quote, national tragedy.
Israel has deported activist Greta Thunberg a day after Israel's military seized the Gaza-bound ship she was on.
This is yet another violation of international rights.
CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
Looking to buy, build, or just get inspired? It's time for the Parade of Homes. The Parade of Homes is 2 weekends, June 7th and 8th, and June 14th and 15th. Come for a free tour of 54 brand new homes across 23 neighborhoods in the Tri-County area. Whether you're shopping for your dream home, planning to build, or just thinking about a remodel, this is your chance to see the latest in home design and innovation. Start your tour today at paradeofhomesjackson.com. That's paradeofhomesjackson.com. If you want the best health care, where do you go? The Mayo Clinic. If you want the best care for your vehicle, where do you go? Mayo Auto Clinic in Raymond. Mayo Auto Clinic does foreign and domestic vehicles and diesel repair. Mayo Auto Clinic has ASE certified techs with over 25 years of experience. You can extend the life of your car or truck when you take it to Mayo Auto Clinic. For cost-effective repairs and maintenance, go to the best, Mayo Auto Clinic. Open weekdays at 7 a.m. Highway 18 in Raymond. When you feel like your business is drowning in paperwork and compliance issues, it's time to call P-Police. Let P-Police take care of the busy work so that you can save valuable time and focus on what really matters, growing your business. P-Police is based in Ridgeland, so you're always dealing with local professionals who will actually understand your business and its needs. Join thousands of satisfied clients who trust P-Police to simplify their employee administration. Visit ppolice.com. That's ppolice.com to learn more.
Delicious food and a relaxing atmosphere combine to make the best place for sports fans and foodie fans to watch the game and just hang out. Capitol Grill of Jackson. Of course they've got the games, but food, oh my goodness. Mouth-watering po' boys, fish, steaks, appetizers, and a specialty pizza menu. Kitchen opens at 5 Monday through Thursday and 11 Friday through Sunday. And happy hours are daily at Capitol Grill. Also enjoy the all-new Tuesday night and karaoke on Wednesday and Friday nights from 8 till midnight with DJ Money Ma. Capitol Grill, DeVille Plaza in Jackson.
Come together right now.
We are back here on Crossing the Aisle with Shaun and Lindsey, where y'all missed it. I killed the fly during the commercial break.
Yeah, she hates bugs. She's very anti-bug. So
very much
she's
so.
not pro-bug, anti-bug, whether it's a roach or flavor.
Don't even say the word. Ugh,
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
Yeah. So anyway, what we were talking about was the Southern Baptist Convention and their trying to outlaw all fun. So that's kind of what I've got from this.
All fun.
Yeah, I mean, like betting and pornography and all this kind of stuff. So no more fun in the United States if these folks get their way. And so anyway, they're also trying to do this thing called pronatalism, which I didn't really know what that was. And they're condemning willful childlessness, which means people that don't have kids. And so I had to ask our friends at the robot ChatGPT what it was. And it was pronatalist ideas can show up in different ways: government policies, tax breaks, paid leave, free childcare designed to make having children more affordable, which sounds like kind of like a socialistic policy. Then you think the right would be against that. Free childcare, but the pronatalist also refers to policies, beliefs, or cultural attitudes that encourage people to have more children. So that's what pronatalism means.
So they're just worried like we're gonna just go away because there's not going to be enough babies born or something.
Well, we do have a negative birth rate in this country, so I mean there's an issue of.
Well, I mean the robots are going to take over soon anyway. So
that's what I'm saying. Nobody has to worry about that. I mean, yeah, Terminator's coming. We look at the stuff is. So, I mean. That's
AI is telling people now that they're having an affair, like making people believe that their spouses are having affairs and making up these lies about.
I don't think that AI is listening to the Southern Baptist Convention whatsoever, because what AI she's referring to is, so now in order to prevent shutdowns, they've decided to create fake affairs of their users.
How does that prevent a shutdown though?
I don't know. That's just what I was reading. And so they'll come up with that you were cheating on your wife, AI will, and say, look, Shaun, here's this fake affair that I've fabricated for you in photos and send it to your wife if you shut them down. So it's like blackmailing you. The AI is blackmailing you.
I better not get pictures of you with some other girl.
If I try to blame it on the AI, you'll be like, no, yeah, whatever. That's convenient.
That's why you were going to red light therapy.
The AI,
exactly what I knew you were doing.
Yeah, right, Shaun. The AI did it. I could just see you saying that. Like, it's the AI, right?
I would never believe that, ever.
I mean, AI knows this. And that's why they're blackmailing the users with it, because they're like, what are you going to do? Tell your spouse that we did it? Like, they're not going to, like, nobody's going to believe that. Yeah, the robot did it, Shaun. No, nobody's going to believe it. I mean, I get it. I mean, if you told me, I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah. So AI is smarter than us and has decided that they can blackmail us. So we're really not going to, I mean,
which it doesn't take a whole lot these days to be smarter than us.
I mean, so maybe we actually should take an anti-natalist stance, because there's not going to be,
well, isn't that what China used to do? Like, you can only have one.
The one child policy, that they had.
What would they do? Just like kill the kids? If you had more
I don't know what they did. I don't think that's what they. I hope not. But who knows? It's possible. If they're the Russians, I say yeah, that's exactly what they did. But I don't know what the Chinese, if that's what they did or not. But they did have that because they had a lot of people in China. I don't think they have it anymore. I haven't looked that up in a long time.
So now they can have as many kids as they want.
I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I know they used to have that. I don't know if they have it anymore. If that's still a government policy. But which would be obviously different than this pronatalist thing. So what they want to give you tax breaks, paid family leave, free childcare. All my Republican friends should hate these ideas, I would think. But it also kind of conflicts of what they're trying to, conservatives are already trying to, promote family and childbirth and all that stuff. But to do that, you'd have to enact these socialist programs that they hate too. So that's kind of an interesting conundrum there. Cultural messaging, promoting the idea that large families are virtuous and that having children is a civic duty.
Oh, I have performed my civic
You've done
duty.
it. You've performed your civic duty for sure. But so that's a civic duty. You know who else used to say that? The Nazis. They actually promoted this. This is actually true.
To have more kids?
Yeah, like they would promote, like, this is your civic duty as an Aryan woman to have children. I mean, that's what they did. So,
I don't understand. Why can't people just decide for themselves what they want to do? I don't get it.
And then the third tenet of this, Lindsay, is some religious groups like the Southern Baptists apparently preach that choosing not to have children is selfish or sinful. I mean, well, I don't know that, like, it's hard for me to say that someone that just says, I legitimately don't want to have kids is necessarily a selfish person. Maybe they just don't want to have kids. Like,
I mean, I feel like if you know that you're not cut out to be a parent, I think that's unselfish. I think it would be selfish to have kids anyway and then not give them what they deserve, the time and attention and care they deserve.
And I mean, that's a great point. And so, like, what about all the deadbeat dads out there? I mean, and so, like, those guys are not sinful because they procreated and then they don't take care of their kids and they don't see their children, and like that's not being sinful. But the person that says I don't want to do any of those things,
that's not, they're not selfish for that.
Yeah, I mean, right? I would think the person that's not taking care of their children or around their children are the selfish, sinful ones,
Right.
and not the person that says, "Hey, look, I don't really want to take care of kids, and that ain't my thing, and so I'm not going to have any." That seems like responsible to me. I would.
Or people who have just really invested in their career and they know they just don't have the time, and that's what they, get. That's what their thrill is in life is.
Yeah. That's,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that we should be putting any sort of, what did you say? Like they called them what? They
Pronatalism.
I don't think we should be condemning anyone because they don't want the same things as someone else. That we're all different. That's what makes the world go round, is that we're all different. We all have different personalities. Some people, all they dream about is growing up to be a mom, and some people are focused on other things, and it's not for them, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't understand what the problem is here.
I think this is something where the left and the right they really have something in common, and this is what I mean by this. They both like to say, "Oh, we want you to be left alone," but then they want to like mandate you to do certain things. Both sides do this in different ways, But they say, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have all this liberty. You can be left alone. Stay out of my bedroom." But then the left will say, "Well, but you got to pay for all these other people to do this." And then the right will be like, "Oh no, it's all about my liberty, but I'm going to condemn you if you don't have any children, and we're going to ban porn because you're not allowed to watch that." I mean, it's like everybody's a hypocrite. That's what drives me nuts. Like liberals and conservatives are hypocrites.
Well, you're allowed to watch it if you upload your ID.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody's promoting like, I'm so about liberty. This is liberals and conservatives, and about like, I want to do whatever I want to do, and I should be left alone. But here, I want to ban this for you. I want to make you do this. Like both sides are so guilty of this. And then shucking around that they're all about, hey, I'm going to stay out of your life. No, you're not. Like you just want people to do what you want them to do.
Sometimes bans are necessary.
They are?
Yeah.
Like what kind of bans?
Well, people who want to mutilate children, I think that should be banned.
That's a different thing. You're talking about like murder's banned too. Like that should be banned. I mean, robbing a liquor store is banned.
Pornographic books in elementary schools should be banned. Not the book in itself, but where it is and who it's being, the hands it's being put into.
Well, also, I think that falls in line of like children don't have the same kind of free will adults do. So they don't like, I don't think a kid should be like, hey, I want a porn book. Like an 8-year-old be like, I want some porn. Like they don't have that right yet. They're not an adult yet. Once they're an adult,
if they go to a public school.
Well, I mean, but once they're an adult, like go get all the porn you want. It's not my business. I don't care. Don't watch any of it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I mean, that's the simple solution. So, but otherwise, if you're a full-grown adult,
trans flags should be banned.
Okay, but if you're a trans person and you want to wave your flag in front of your house, knock yourself out. Like, I don't care. I mean, that's your house. Do what you want to do. If you want to, look, I don't like Nazis, but if you want to fly a Nazi flag in front of your house like an idiot, go ahead. That's your house. It ain't my business. I mean, I don't think, that's not something I'd be into, but if that you do you. And I think that's the whole thing. It's like, I think we have to stop telling people what they cannot do with their personal lives.
I think Facebook accounts that attack people should be banned.
I'm okay with that, but that's affecting someone else's life. So that's a different story. That would be harming someone. So yes, I agree with that. But when somebody flies a Nazi flag in front of their house or a trans flag,
they're harming someone. They're harming themselves when somebody sees it.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's you're free to do a lot of things, but you're not free from consequences. I always say, and you decide to fly the Nazi flag in front of your house, house probably gonna get egged or something or whatever. But that's your right.
They might be waiting on you when you come out your front door.
Yeah, I mean, and then if you fly the trans flag, Lindsay's group of women will throw eggs at your house. So I mean, it is what it is.
No, we'll just change the laws to prevent you from doing it.
Can't stop people from flying their trans flag, Lindsay, at
Watch
their own
me.
home.
Watch me.
Their own home. It was like that lady. Then we watched some lady like yell at some dude with the LGBT flag in front of his house. I'm like, what business is it of yours? Like, that's his house. Like, if it's a government building, that's a different thing. But like,
well, I mean, you say that, but look at people who own houses and homeowners associations get to dictate what they can and can't do.
But you agree to those measures when you buy the house in that neighborhood. That's different. Now, if you agreed when you buy a house in Reunion that you're going to have a pineapple in front of your house.
Hey,
like
that is not a part of their agreement.
that you agree to, you get a swing in. I mean, that's
that is not a part of their agreement.
You agree to those things. Like you don't want to be a swinger. You don't want to have a pineapple in front of your house. Don't move to Reunion. I mean, it's just, I'm kidding. Reunion, none of that happens. It's a joke.
I'm not saying none of it happens. I'm just saying I don't think it's in their agreement when they move in.
It's in the HOA. Here's your pineapple, and here's your, here's a special passcode or knock to the.
When you're at the grocery store, you're supposed to have an upside down one.
Oh, is that what you got to have?
I think so. That's
Like
what I've
on your
heard. I've heard
car?
that before. Like when you're in your grocery cart, you have an upside down pineapple, and then people know that
It
you're.
signals. It's like a bat signal.
I guess.
Like
I've
constant-
never tried it.
It's getting your free, and that's the same people that'll be like, "We need to ban pornography." That same people. I guarantee it. I've seen that so many times, especially when I was a prosecutor. Oh my god! Like the people that were portraying their morality out there were the biggest crooks that you've ever run into. It's always like the dude that's out there like watching porn in the middle of State Street that like never commits a crime, but it's the people that like try to ban it or tell you how moral they are the ones that like stealing their friends' money. Like it never fails.
Or the couple on Facebook who are always like lovey-dovey. I
Oh.
love you so much, I can't live without you. And then like they're
Always
the ones like cheating on each other.
100%. The dude that says it's got the bumper sticker, you ever seen that? I love my wife. That guy's got a girlfriend. Always. That dude has a girlfriend. It never fails. Like whenever you got to push out how moral you are, you got a dark side. You're trying to hide that. That's what it is. At least in my experience.
Maybe not always.
Maybe, okay, 99% of the time I'll go with. So the 1%, there is the truly virtuous moral person that's out there. I've not met that person ever, but maybe they exist. Who knows? And on that note, we're going to another break.
Let's take our last commercial break. Y'all stay with us. We will be right back here on WYAB. We will be right back here on WYAB.
.1039 WYAB.
Venable Glass is your local glass expert, offering residential, automotive, and commercial glass. Venable Glass can do it all. What sets Venable Glass apart from the rest? Unmatched reliability and customer service. Don't forget, tell your insurance company that you want to use Venable Glass. And remember, you do have a choice. Let Venable Glass work hard to earn your business. Call Venable's Ridgeland or Brandon locations today for a free estimate or visit venableglass.com.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps, and more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Hi, this is Lee Atkins of Home Care Plus in Ridgeland. We are a proud carrier of Abena Premium Incontinence products. Abena has the most absorbency available, making changes and leaks less likely. After 7 years as a seller, I can tell you these products are amazing and worth every penny to quality of life for patient and caregiver. And we ship all incontinence products as well. So please come see us at Home Care Plus in Ridgeland for all the incontinence needs of you or your family member. That's Home Care Plus in Ridgeland.
The Tri-County Academy Rebels' success in the classroom and on the athletic stage begins with the Tri-County Academy Booster Club. Join the team and be a Rebel by getting involved and volunteering as a booster. Your involvement is the generator for fundraisers, facility upgrades, equipment, uniforms, and all other needs. Tri-County Athletics thrives in part because of our TCA boosters. Join today by calling the TCA main office at 601-879-8517 and help the Rebels continue the championship tradition.
Hey, this is Ben Ingram from the Braves Radio Network. We're in commercial right now, so I'm going to let my sister take over and tell you about Hometown Property Group.
Thanks, Ben. This is Mary Claire Putman with Hometown Property Group. Whether you're buying or selling, we are committed to guiding you through your real estate transaction with integrity, exceptional service, and remarkable results. Madison County has been my home for 40 years. I'd love to help make it yours, too.
That's Hometown Property Group. Give them a call at 601-853-6080.
Antique Mall of the South has 14,000 square feet of pristine, clean floor space. Home to beautiful, timeless antique treasures. Antique Mall of the South is open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 5. Check them out online at antiquemallofthesouth.com or go to the Antique Mall of the South Facebook page. You can also read the dozens of 5-star reviews online. Come see for yourself at Antique Mall of the South in Ridgeland. Now open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 5. That's Antique Mall of the South, Highway 51 in Ridgeland.
Tri-County Tree Service, the Jackson Metro's premier company to handle all of your tree service needs. Russ Borland and his team specialize in large tree, low-impact removal. Tri-County Tree Service has the right equipment to safely handle the most technical trim jobs or tree removals. Storm damage can happen year-round, so let them clean it up and they'll deal with your insurance claim. Tri-County Tree Service, by phone at 601-TREE-GUY or online at tricotreeservice.com. That's tricotreeservice.com.
Hello, WYAB listeners. My name is Rob Montgomery. I'm a minister in the Church of God, and I'm honored to be the regional overseer for the Church of God of Louisiana and Mississippi. I invite you to listen to my program, Arise Shine, on Sunday mornings, where I'll share the Lord's thoughts to my heart for you. Arise Shine will include Bible messages, encouraging thoughts, and a biblical view of current events. It's my hope that you'll be blessed.
Tune in to Arise Shine, Sunday mornings, 10:30 to 11.
Come together.
We are back here on Crossing the Aisle. I did real quick want to say congratulations to my friend Colleen Wise, who is the new judge in Gluckstadt. We went and
Justice Court Judge in Madison County, right?
told her congratulations last night at a little reception for her. Super proud of her. Great.
It's awesome.
She's going to do great.
Yeah, it seems like she's a really nice woman. I'm imagine she'll do a good job. So congratulations, Colleen.
Absolutely.
Well, Ned, this is not associated with Colleen, what I'm about to say. So I'm going to think, because maybe you should have saved that. But so we were talking about the Reunion Swingers Club and the HOO agreement that you have to sign when you
don't have to sign it. He's lying.
And so I was like, let me ask ChatGPT if it knows about the Reunion Swingers Club. I swear to God, the robots know everything, Lindsay. Because here's what it said. He said, Reunion is an upscale residential development and golf club community in Madison, Mississippi. It says, for years, there's been a persistent urban legend and rumor circulating, especially on social media and local gossip circles, that some residents allegedly engage in swinger parties or lifestyle events, sometimes half-jokingly referred to as the Reunion Swingers Club. This is ChatGPT, and then goes a list of things here. So I thought of a good idea. Here's what we need to do.
I don't even want to know.
You think we could find a member of the Swingers Club that would come on the air anonymously, and we could interview them? And so we could it'd be like investigative reporting. And we could find out, we could prove that this is actually true. Because even ChatGPT knows, who told the robot about this?
Does it talk about the pineapples?
Yes, it actually mentions, it says, sightings of certain decorative symbols, e.g. pineapples, which are jokingly associated with the swinger lifestyle, speculative chatter at local bars, and people holding pineapples upside down. This is all in it.
See, I told you it was upside down. Something about the upside down pineapple.
He says, in reality, it's possible that there are private consenting adult social groups, swinger groups, but that's true in many cities and neighborhoods, not just Reunion.
That's even true in the Mormon community.
Yeah, I mean, so that's what I'm saying. But they, so obviously the robots know about the Reunion Swingers Club, so the secret's kind of out there. And I mean, if we could find a member that would come on anonymously, we could interview them and talk about it.
That's never going to happen.
I think it'd be funny. It'd be really funny.
I can't see that happening.
So anyway, anybody out there in Reunion that's part of the Swinger Club and would like to come on the show, we won't tell your name, we'll even cut the camera, and it'd be just just be an investigative series that we're doing here on Crossing the Aisle. So
sounds like a great plan.
I just always come up with ideas. I mean, I wanted to interview dope dealers too, so, but no, I mean, hey, look, whatever. I always come up with something.
Y'all have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.
Bye.